Hey guys, I just wanted to tell you on this morning that it is both human and divine to desire relationship. Okay. Human is self-explanatory. Divine, what I mean by divine is that God created man in his image and after his likeness. And God placed man in a space to be fruitful and multiply and also to fellowship with him. Okay. We go further in and we see God give a people who is Israel everything in return for relationship. Now, we can call it commandments and we can call it regulations and we can call it boundaries and we can call it condition, but it was relationship, okay? So, in return for relationship, God gave Israel everything. And the only contingency was relationship. And I'm saying this to you because even God had to resolve within himself that a relationship that is one-sided creates abuse. And the reason I say it this way is because it is psychological and emotional torture when a relationship is not reciprocated. So God gave Israel everything, right? And Israel took what God gave them and they would distribute it through idol worship and through fellowship with others. And they would take it and they would give it to the heathen because they became well renowned among the heathen. But it was also well renowned that there was a God that was with them. But they still took that with everything that God gave them and they gave it to another. They gave it to another. And so God had to resolve within himself that a relationship that is one-sided is abuse. It is abuse. It is psychological and it is emotional abuse. And even though God is a spirit, he felt that. He felt that. He felt that it was not reciprocated. And we have to be careful when we are in a space. And I'm not just talking about marriage or boyfriend, girlfriend. I'm talking about every space that we find ourselves in. I'm telling you, stop forcing yourself into spaces where the relationship is not reciprocated, where the fellowship is not reciprocated, because all God wanted from a people was fellowship. All God wanted from a people was reciprocity. And what we do is we put ourselves in positions and spaces and we allow ourselves to be taken advantage of because we want relationships so bad. We insert ourselves into those spaces because we want the relationship so bad. But I'm telling you, stop forcing yourself into spaces where people don't want you. Stop inserting yourself into spaces where it is apparent and evident that it is not reciprocated. That it is not reciprocated. You deserve more. You were made for more. And guess what? Even God had to resolve that in himself, that I made them for me. So since they don't want me, then I will give myself to a people who did not know me at first. And that was us. That was the Gentiles. Okay, so he said, since they don't want me, then I will give myself. I will open this space up for others who choose me. So stop putting yourself in spaces where people have not even chosen you. You chose them, but they didn't choose you. So it creates a psychological and an emotional torture. And then we develop a defense mechanism. We put up guards for people who do want us because we stayed too long with people who didn't. Okay? I hope that fuels your week.